You have to package it.
You gotta do some physical work.
Set up your own lumpers to kind of help you unload.
Yep.
Might be something to look into. So I was just brainstorming with him because the way it is right now, we might have to do something different. But that's pretty cool, man. And you got a new 389 on order?
Yep.
What color did you get? Taco.
Come on,
And close your eyes.
You're dancing. You're dancing. I think you're dancing.
Let's see it.
You're dancing. Each one.
Oh, good. Well, more of the same today. Kyle's getting his butt kicked. It's raining tacos. Oh, goodness. Mama strong? You see you? All right, well. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make today a Winterize the boat truck or boat day because there's nothing for the truck today. There's that load that was yesterday that was listed at $1,500 from NGT going down to Orlando. I offered 23 and he said she has 2 days to move it. Someone booked it online for 15. I said, whoa, okay. All right, I love you guys. Give me kisses, babe.
Love you.
And something came in the mail today from Casgear. They have a partner program. They have a lot more people they represent than just myself. So they sent these in the mail. Where'd they go?
Right here.
There it is. Nice glasses, dude. Feeling it. Okay. Let me keep my mouse spinning, whatever. But yeah, it came from Casgear up there in New York. And it's a pretty good company out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they said want us to do a review of these things. And yeah. You got hot and spicy, peppered. I see you, Bubba. You are, yeah, there you go. Okay. The original. Teriyaki. Teriyaki's probably gonna be my favorite. That's what I like. But let's see what we got here. We have 14 grams of protein, 3 carbs, and 90 calories. Not bad for us getting out there. And it is the WAG bar. MyWagBar.com. Let me see.
Can I see me?
I can see you.
Can I see me? Phone?
Okay, yes you can. Let's open one of these up while he sees the phone. The WAG bar.
Yeah.
Not that hard to open. They have a nice seal that opens in the top, but I don't know if you're going to be able to do it, Kai. But you can attempt. I went teriyaki, guys. Let's try this thing out. So it's WAG bar because it's Wagyu beef, American Wagyu beef out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I will open it for you. Want to try mine?
Yeah.
Let me try first. Man. So,
This tastes good.
not chalky at all. Really good beef.
Yeah.
And a slight teriyaki flavor. Doesn't overwhelm you. That's some good stuff. For 90 calories and 14 grams of protein, it'd be a great snack inside a truck. That's not bad, guys.
I'm gonna be
For teriyaki. You want to do which one?
this one.
Well, we save them for the truck and you have a bite of this one.
You have, I know, but it's
Oh, you don't want teriyaki? Which one would you like?
this one.
Original? Which one? So yeah, no loads. Let's go ahead and change the oil on this thing. And also we have to go ahead and winterize the boat. So we gotta do that because it's supposed to be 36 degrees on Monday. So I said, hey, let's do it. And we also got a little bilge pump. Ours cracked, like right here, the outside. So it just fell off. And I was like, why is there no water shooting out? Oh, that's why. So Walmart sells that stuff. Pretty cool. It was like 22 bucks, I think. Alrighty. Now we got to roll out the lake house. I don't know if it's just after the election kind of hangover, maybe. Everybody was home to vote, and then now they're out to grab loads again. Who knows? I don't know. But the loads were just not there at all. There was better loads yesterday than there was today. So we'll go for tomorrow, get a load, praying Thursday, Friday delivery. And then we might miss Casey's birthday, but times are getting rough out here. I was talking with T-Dubs, and I said, yeah, it's getting pretty rough to make a living out here as a trucker. If you didn't really have your expenses low, and you really wouldn't be able to do it. If things get horrible, which I don't know how they can get much worse than they are, eating another wag bar, the Wagyu bird from Wagyu beef, American Wagyu beef. Try the peppered one this time, but if you weren't, or if you got any worse, I don't know how it could, we would just like rent our other property, I guess, rent out the lake house, because we only pay like $1,000 a month on it. Definitely could rent it, or just even Airbnb it. I don't know. We don't really want to deal with that, but there's times are getting tough. And so the election, I think, didn't really even change much. I didn't really pay attention. If it really gave more, I think it gave a couple more seats to the red party. And then the Senate, I think, is going to be dead even again, they said. But that's, right now, it's what, 2 o'clock? I don't think it's all been counted out yet. And I think Georgia's going to be a runoff again. I'm not sure. Not really super into it. I do pay attention to it. So just T-dubs, because it does affect some stuff in our life. A lot of stuff in our life, actually. So we do pay attention to it. But I just checked it off this morning. It was horrible. The loads available. I could have went all the way to Knoxville and like took a load from there for $2,000 all the way down to Lakeland. I said, and it was heavy because of the water load. So after fuel, that would have been $1,000 in fuel for there, that and back. So we'll pray for tomorrow. Pray for all you guys out there. And we're changing oil in this and winterizing the boat. Have a couple of extra things for the screaming chicken, like the line for the dipstick for whoop whoop, the transmission fluid. I should have bought transmission fluid. Maybe I should go back in there, but it takes like 11 quarts, so I don't know if I want to do that right now, but maybe we'll go back and get that. Yeah, I think we will. But first, we'll enjoy this Wagyu bar. It is good. Good beef. Almost like the real thing that Safety Auto Prep gave us when we were at the Match Truck Show last year. Well, those steaks were a little bit more pricey, but this is a good alternative when you're rolling your truck. It's not bad at all. It does have a little spice to it. This is the peppered one. So we'll let T-Dubs try the hot and spicy, because I'm not a big spicy fan. Well, what we need is the Dextron 6. About 1.5 gallons. Not it. Not it. It's probably right here. Huh. We might have to go to the auto parts store because they don't have it. Probably supposed to be in this region right here. Just standing in the aisle watching YouTube videos. The Dextron 3 is what we went with, because the one guy had an awesome comment, and it said that the Dextron 6 was actually made for more smaller cars. It's a thinner viscosity, and the Dextron 3 was from after 2006. We have a 4L80. I don't know what year that engine came, or that transmission came out of, but it definitely wasn't a 4-cylinder car. So they said the Dextron 3 is your best bet, but the 6 will work backwards compatible, not forward. You can't put 3 into a 6. So I said, okay, we'll go with the Dextron 3, Valvoline, and we should be good. So yeah, really cool. That guy had a great comment. The video actually said, is Dextron 3 compatible with Dextron 6? And the video did not answer it at all. It was like a computer sounding guy just talking. But I looked at the comments, and this guy had like 2 paragraphs full of why it was okay. I said, cool, man. So, all right, we got some transmission fluid. The mobile one wasn't available. They only had 3 gallons of that stuff, so that was the only transmission fluid you can get. You could have got Dextron 6 with the, yes, we are changing your oil. Dextron 6 in the SuperTech, which is like the Walmart brand, but I'd rather have Valvoline or Mobile One or Pennzoil or something like that. So we got it. We got transmission fluid for this. Then you have to fill it through here. So we got a nice small little funnel too for that, and they also give you this little thing to kind of expand in there and put a funnel into it. So cool. Let's get to the house. Well, I had this load that I was bidding on for tomorrow. Picking up right there in Greer about 11 a.m. going down to Deltona, which is kind of south of Orlando. And they counter-offered me. And then, you're welcome. They counter-offered me $15.40, I think it was. You can see right here. And then they counter-offered me $17.20. And I countered them $7.90, $7.95. And it just disappeared. So I don't know if the brokers are seeing it's me or what they're doing, or don't like the fact that I'm trying to still negotiate, but it's getting sad because 18 was really my lowest on that, because it was almost 500 miles, like 490 miles, but it wasn't all the way into Orlando, so that was nice. But now it's gone off the board, so we'll see if it shows up again tomorrow. But JB Hunt is the only one that's really having decent lows, but they're not really countering on them, so we'll see. Right now we're gonna get a little egg roll action and a drink. Well, we got our grub and we got our QT cup. And so they did come up $420 from $1,300. As you saw, that load was originally $1,300. But there's loads like this one for $1,800, and I'd have to go up almost to Asheville and all the way down to almost Miami. So just be selective still as much as you can with these loads, and hopefully some will pop for us tomorrow. I keep saying that, but there's some disappearing from, normally JB Hunt will tell you you've been outbid, or unfortunately it's not yours, something like that, but it just disappeared. So it makes it feel like the broker just said, whoop, pull that one off, he's bidding on it, and they'll move on to the next, which I understand. I'm trying to teach people how to make more money and keep it in their pocket. But I do appreciate some brokers. I had a broker from RXO, who used to be XPO, reach out to me. He watches the channel, and he just like gave me a full rundown pretty much of what he believes is happening, and there's just way too many trucks. He says, I'll post a load and I got capacity for days and not enough loads, so way less loads. And even when I was just in Walmart right now, all the it's like the back aisle is just full of boxes and pallets waiting to get moved out, and it's stocked, and everything's stocked on the shelves too, still. So I think the supply chain definitely stocked up at the warehouses, and they got them out to the stores, and they don't need more stuff right now. So their own capacity, the big ones like Walmart, Werner and Schneider, all them, they can handle their own stuff in their own accounts right now for Target, for all the big stuff. So we'll have to wait for that to even out. But even he said, RXO, he's a customer senior rep, I don't know his title, but he's not just an agent. He's high up in the ranks. He said, yeah, I don't see it coming back down until about spring, if it does it all during that time. And I'm like, yeah. So we're gonna just have to start biting the bullet and taking stuff for way less, but it doesn't make business sense to do that with the amount that these trucks cost to fix nowadays. And we do fix our own stuff as much as we can, like we're changing oil in this car tonight, winterizing our boat. Not a thing that, not a big thing to do. Just need to know how to do it. But anyways, it's just crazy. So spring, I guess we're gonna run the truck for minimal profit, but it's better than nothing. That's what I was talking to T-Dubs today about. I was like, I'm going stir crazy because I rely on trucking to pay all of our bills, and I don't want to have to dip into YouTube money to pay my bills. So, but it's getting close to that now because there's no money coming in from trucking. This last month was fine with trucking, but now those $2,000 loads down to Orlando, they're trying to do it for $1,500. So I have to do twice as many of them just to pay the bills. So we'll figure it out, but it's getting sad. Right now, let's eat our little egg rolls and jump back in the car and go change oil and winterize the boat, because it's supposed to get a little bit colder on Monday, down to 36, low of 36, but still like 60s in the daytime. So not as cold as some other parts of the world, but still pretty cold. All right, let's finish this food. So I'm sitting here eating, and we got Cal that shows up, and he runs Specialized for United, like moving household. So he was telling me all about it, and it's pretty cool. I didn't realize that you guys actually have an app. So he has like an app, a couple loads from like Florida to upstate Northeast, and it's pretty good pay, but you get 60%, but you do have to do some work. You gotta
do some physical work.
Set up your own lumpers to kind of help you unload.
Yep.
But it might be something to look into. So I was just brainstorming with him, because the way it is right now, we might have to do something different. But that's pretty cool, man. And you got a new 389 on order?
Yep.
What color did you get?
I've got white. That's what the
got a white one.
First, but it's pretty sweet looking. Be ready January.
APU and everything. And the price tag was like,
with tax and everything, $275.
Ooh, $275. It's like a house. It's more than a house.
Yeah, well,
but it makes money for us.
Well, I spend more time there than at my house. So.
And he was talking about it. If he breaks down, he's got 9 loads for the rest of the month, and it messes up all of them. So he's got to keep it going. So, but you did enjoy the Volvo?
I did.
780.
Yeah, it's my second Volvo. So
nice. They're good trucks. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Nice meeting you, Cal.
Nice
Thanks
meeting
for talking
you.
about it, man. Thanks for teaching me a little bit about that. Well, that was pretty cool meeting you today, Cal. That's his Volvo and United trailer right there. There you go. So if you see him out there, his 389 should be ready pretty soon, though. He said, I forgot what he said, end of the year. But $275 on the price tag. Those trucks are way up there. It's more than my house costs. I paid $250 for that house we live in Simpsonville. But like he was saying, that's his asset. That's his job. So nice meeting you, Cal. I got his phone number, so if I need some more info on that, if dry van rates keep dropping to company rates, we're gonna have to pull something else. And I don't mind working. I don't mind helping load up and unload. I'd actually rather do that, because I sometimes hate waiting 8 hours for some other people in a forklift to go on break 12 times and wait to unload me. So that's cool. That's nice to hear from him. It's really cool. He showed me his app and everything for United, and I guess Van Lines and everybody else. Atlas, they kind of have the same thing. It's going more automated with the phone stuff. So he can just click on the load and say, yeah, I'll take that one, and then he gets about 60% of the line haul, and that's pretty cool, man. All right, let's get back on 85, and we only got about 10 miles, and we're going to be at our shop, lake residence, single wide trailer, whatever you want to call it. It was a good investment. We don't regret doing it. The economy is going to go up and down, so is trucking, but it definitely is a little bit harder right now. Let's see if we can get in front of this old Buick Century. There we go. And then we have the yield. Anybody coming? All right, let's turn and burn. Oh, good old Hellcat. Gotta have one. Wish my truck accelerated that fast. My goodness, that water level is low. There's another little gap back there where you can see the water. And I always kind of gauge this one dock that I look at. And he has a whole 30 yards of rocks that he can walk out on if he wanted to. Doesn't even need his dock, so. Yeah. Well, let's see what our dock's looking like. Our dock's probably completely out of the water now. And the guy next to me, I don't know if his broke loose again, but we'll check on all that. But it's a beautiful day. 66 degrees. And I wish I was driving a truck. There is this load right here on the right that I just bid on when I left QT. It's a Coyote, and it goes to Daytona. I don't know, it's light, but it does have a late drop for Sam's Club, so 3 p.m. But we could do that one. I said 1,700. We'll see what they say on that. That's a nice, easy down and back. There's another one for NGT Nolan Transport that I said I would do for 1,500. It's Jacksonville, so we'll see. We will see. Well, let's get the rest of this sunlight, at least get this car in the air. I'm gonna let the oil cool down on this car, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the cover off the back side of the boat, because there's two covers, one for the bow and one for the back. I'll just take the back one off, or just push it over the front of the windshield and start pulling on the motor. I have to get the hoses off the water pump and the other side that goes down into the bottom of the block, because boats don't have radiators. Of anybody that doesn't know, boats just use the water, whatever it's in, use the coolness of the water to cool the boat. So that water, freshwater or saltwater, wherever you got it from, if you're in the ocean or the lake, has to be drained, because if you hit freezing temperatures, of course, water expands when it freezes, and that will crack that metal usually. If you're very lucky, probably not, but up in the really cold climates, up in the Wisconsin, Minnesotas, you definitely have to do it. Down here, you might get lucky, but a lot of people. I bought a boat one time that had the manifolds cracked, and I'll tell you something, getting those things out, not very. I'd rather install headers on a car because they're really heavy, and to get them out, yeah, it was not fun. I did it in the driveway of my house in Arizona, and we're not a cheap part to buy, and they were not cheap to. Well, they were not cheap to put in. We had the gaskets had to set up just right. It was just a heavy piece to put in and out. Most people probably pull the whole motor, but for myself, I just pulled it out, or I pulled each side out and did it while I was in motor still. We were still in the boat, but never had any problems after that, and winterized it after that. But yeah, you definitely need to get that water out there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some RV antifreeze in there. About what, $6 a gallon at the Wally World, and then we're just gonna check all of our. We have to redo that bilge pump. A bilge pump, if there's ever water from jumping in and out of the boat, being dripping wet, that water all drips down to the bottom. Or if you have the water come on from wherever, if you go have a low bow boat or something, it'll collect at the back of the boat, or usually the bottom of the boat. And there's a pump that usually has an automatic sensor that'll turn it on, or you can turn it on from a switch on the dash. And ours, the little plastic tube that goes to the side of the boat to push it out, that piece broke. So that's that piece I showed you earlier. I got to replace that too. I don't have to do that right now, but I can at least get it in there set up, and I probably will. I don't want to fish it all the way down to the bilge itself. It's pretty hard to get underneath the motor to it. So I'll just probably cut that existing. That's a nice little bike, little motorbike. Probably cut that existing plastic tube and just join them together. I bought a fitting for 3/4 hose to 2 hose clamps, kind of fit it on there and not have to go all the way down to the bilge, because it still works just fine. It just shoots the water back into the boat because the pipe's just sitting down there. So, all right, that's enough talking. I'm Gonna go change the oil, the Hellcats oil. It's actually at 0.30 I got. They didn't have 0.40, which is what you really it calls for from manufacturer. And I just got a counter offer from the county load, so I'll check that when we stop up here. But see if we got that load or not. If they counter offered us, and even in the 16s, that's better than nothing for this week. But yeah, the if you're ever can't find the exact oil, you want to try, of course, to find the exact oil you need, the 0.40. But I also did a little bit of research on that. The 40 weight is to thin it out. It's more for fuel mileage is why they did it. The first number, the 0 or the 5 or the 10W, whatever, that's the number you really don't want to mess with. You want to keep that the way it was. So we did get 0.30. 0.40 is recommended, but the fuel economy is not going to drastically change on that. So yeah, little things I'm learning here and there. I knew what the viscosities were. It's the hot and the low, or this viscosity is like how thick it is, and the lower numbers for I believe the lower numbers for the winter, the higher numbers for the summer. So like when it's hot or cold, that's where it's going to be at. So 0, you want it to be nice and thin when you're starting that car in the winter time, and of course it's like say maple syrup. Maple syrup when it's cold is going to be nice and thick. When it's warm, it's going to be a little bit have more viscosity to it, more flow. So Coyote's calling me. Let's see what they have to say. And they were calling to say 15 is what they could do it for. I said 17 is what I would like. So I'll make a counter offer when I get back, when I get to the house, which is right here. But I said, they said, you can do 15 right now? I said, no. But they are calling, so that's good. At least they need stuff moved. Some pretty cows over there. But if you take it once for 15, then every time from now on, they're going to say it's 15. So I want to take stuff. I just don't want to make minuscule money for running that big old W9 and the fuel that it takes. So time to change up some plans, like Cal was saying. Find something else, and also the delivery is at 5 or 1500, which is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'd rather have an early morning so I can get back to Savannah and try and get something back home. That 5 o'clock is going to lose that day for you to get anything worthwhile going back home. So decisions. We'll get up here, make a counter offer, and I'll put the counter offer right here. We'll see what we got. My goodness, do we have some leaf blowing to do. But at least one of his trees had fallen down, a big boy, and the top of it was, you definitely couldn't just break them off. They're pretty thick, but look how low the water is, guys. It was laying right across the path, so at least he cut that up. I was gonna ask him, but I don't really know him. So, cool. Yeah, we got some leaf cleaning to do, but we'll take a walk down there, but it looks like our whole dock is out of the water. But I've heard the Mississippi River is like a record low too, and so is Lake Mead, so, understandable. And there's a good old boat. We'll get up in that thing real quick because I just don't want to be down in the bottom of it in the cold, you know. So, oh yeah, we got some leaf. Kind of want to wait for all the leaves to fall anyways before you really start raking them up. But this is the most leaves I've seen up here. Like pushing them with the front lip spoiler. All right, let's get to working on this boat before that sun completely goes away. What has it been, like 2 or 3 weeks since probably 3 weeks since we've been here. Oh yeah. It smells good though. Okay, still the same old. Pretty IROC and SS still chilling. And yeah. Okay, and turn the climate off. Should probably just keep it on heat at like a really low, just so we don't freeze the pipes or nothing like that in here. Yeah. Alrighty. She's still looking pretty. Let's go get that boat worked on. It is getting a little bit cool out here, but it's not freezing cold, so I'll change into some pants, and there's the pretty girls. Can't wait to do those ones, but with the economy and everything right now, we'll just get this one running. Let's work on that first so we can have this one as a fun extra. And we'll probably can take the engine out of that one and start taking it apart, but the SS. So what we're doing is the SS motor, LS1. That's a 2000 SS SLP car. That motor and probably the rear end and everything is going to go into that IROC. And that'll be our fun toy. So, all right, let's drop this stuff off. Oh yeah. Leaves everywhere. Well, let's get this cover off and get these leaves out of here. So, first of all, make this cool little plug right here. Oh yeah, let the water out of the motor. Pretty damn cool. So we'll do that, get all this out, and then we'll pop these hoses off and put some coolant or some antifreeze down in the hoses. Pretty cool though, right? There you go. So yeah, your motor just keeps cool by the water from the lake. Probably should have done that right when we got done last time, but hey. And there's the bilge pump right there. And you can see it's cracked. It's right there. So it should be attached right where that hole is. So, cool. All right, well, all the water's almost out. And then we'll put in our antifreeze. And there we go. Poured a little bit down all the lines. She's empty. Pour this in the fuel tank. It's good up for 2 years, winterizes it, stabilizes the fuel, and then it gives it a good, keeps the gum from getting in and stuff. But I don't think that's gonna be a problem because we'll probably use this boat again in April. But hey, let's go. We're done with one project. There we go. Let's go check out that water level and that sunset and go work on the Trans Am. Okay, she is done. Well, everything's out of her. And if you want to see coolant lines and a dipstick for a 4L80 transmission, that'll be on my son's channel right here on the right, 3BB. We'll be putting those in, connecting them to there, and the dipstick in so we can put coolant or transmission fluid in this thing and check the level on it. But first, let's go see that sunset, well, which is already gone because I lollygagged, used the facilities. And we'll go run down to the lake and just check it out real quick. Golf cart time. Not really Georgia fans, respect what they're doing, but we bought the golf cart from a Georgia fan, and that sticker is not easy to get off, so I'll work on it. And it's crazy because you can already see a lot more of the lake with the trees losing their leaves, but we can get rid of a few more of these trees if we want to. Just have a better view. In due time, if we want to, we really want to put a house right where that one, right where the boat is and that house is, extend that out on a slope and get rid of a lot of these trees and have a nice view, but we'll take what we can get. And we got some leaves. Looks like we got a tree in the road here. Let's get rid of him. Yeah, it's a little Rembrandt of the tree that fell. But at least they cut the tree. Oh, it's still a long piece of the tree. Yeah. Had to get that out of the way. Luckily they had cut it so I could just lift up that big piece. It wasn't light, but got it over there. Right there. Okay, we're clear again. But yeah, that tree was all the way in front of our pathway right here. There she is. Oh yeah, water level is way down. I mean, it's pretty cool. You got some deer tracks out here, but as far as the water level, man. So theirs is almost maxed out on their wood piece that they put in recently, but they're still in a bit of good water right there, about 6 feet, 5 feet. But this was all the way up to there when we first bought the place. So. And I thought his actually broke away. Looks like he's just gradually moving it back. But if he goes too much more further, he's gonna be on that guy's dock. So very sad. At least it's hard ground. But yeah, we need to get this thing back up because we can still beach the boat in here. This is all sand, there's no rock. But we're not gonna go out there till summertime probably anyways. But yeah, come out here and have some campfires. Enjoy the sunset. Just need to bring that water back up. But I feel it. Mississippi's way down too, and there's little lakes like around where we live in Simpsonville that are like way low on we just need more rain. We're in a bit of a drought. But yeah, let's get back and do some car stuff. And I hope you caught the video on that for 3BB. I just finished it up. We just got the transmission full of fluid and hooked up some more wiring for it. But we have a little bit missing parts, so check out that video. Now, it's time for this. Get that going in that. All right. And there was a gorgeous moon out there, but I think it's covered behind the clouds right now. But man, we'll work on that and then we'll close this video. See how clean we can be about this. Almost. Okay, boom. Pretty clean. All right, we'll let her drain out and switch her out with some new oil. And then we'll get the filter. But that's looking good. Nothing in there. Nothing at all. Good. That's what you want, no metal shavings. And the filter is loose too. Let them both drain out for a bit, get as much as we can out of there. She's up in the air and she is draining. I'm gonna let it get all the way out and then we'll button her back up. But man, I'm just kind of grateful also I didn't get a load to Florida, because after looking at the weather, it looks like they're gonna get hit hard by Nicole, the tropical storm. So maybe that was God telling me not to go down there, but we'll look for something tomorrow. Thursday, Friday delivery, back home Friday, because Saturday afternoon is Kaysen's birthday. So we'll see. I'm still praying for the industry. It's rough. If you're trying to think about coming into this, don't do it right now. Look for a truck that's cheap if you want to come and do it in a couple of years. I know they're still doing all kinds of vote counting and seeing who's going to win the Senate. Arizona has like 650,000 votes that they haven't counted yet. Who knows why? I don't know. I moved from that state and who knows, but we're going to get the oil change in this. Great meeting today, Cal. Thanks for the info on the moving facilities and all that, and I hope we can get something going. It can't stay like this forever, but stores are stocked. I can't complain, but the spot market's suffering big time, so all the carriers are doing their thing, and we're trying to survive on the spot market. So something's got to give, though. We got to get back out there. I'll start taking loads for whatever I can make a profit on, $500 to $1,000, and it might take me 2 days to do the same thing it took me in 1 day, but we gotta do what we have to do. Keep America running, keep our families fed, and our dreams still alive. So on that note, God bless you. Check out JustTrucking.shop. Check out that those wag bars. Pretty dang good. I ate 2 today. I got a box full of more of them at home, so they wanted me to give an honest opinion, and that was my honest opinion. They taste pretty dang good. So a little spicy on the pepper one. Not a spicy guy, but the teriyaki was awesome. Right up my alley. So I still have to try the original. And what was the other one? Peppered? No, hot and spicy. Probably won't try that one. Either way, God bless you. I got a lot of leaves at this property. I'm going to get them going, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully in a truck tomorrow, delivering something maybe around to Atlanta or somewhere close. And yeah, or maybe down to Florida short and Jacksonville and get back. Who knows? I'm rambling. But on that note, beautiful moon. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.